And now I would like to present our keynote speaker, Mrs. Rashmi Airan.
Good evening. Thank you to Principal Jimenez and the team for this invitation to be the commencement speaker for the Graduation for Sports Leadership and Management Academy, or SLAM. Welcome, distinguished guests, parents, faculty, coaches, and most of all, the incredible students who have worked so hard to get to this momentous day. Please join in giving a special shout out to SLAM's inspiration and passionate supporter, Armando Perez. And founder mom, Priscilla Perez. The day you've been working for and maybe dreading just a little is finally here. As you begin the amazing futures that await you, I want to share a story about my grandfather, Banarsi Das Saraf, a freedom fighter with Mahatma Gandhi in India. It turns out he, along with others, often failed in those efforts. He was actually in prison with Gandhi on the day my father was born. Yet, he always picked himself up, grew stronger, and kept finding opportunities for what he knew was right, to fight for them. He was a fighter and a survivor with a tenacious spirit who never gave up, even though he couldn't be certain whether his efforts, in fact, would ever lead to achieving his goal in the end. Many of you are the first in your family to graduate from high school. Can you remember what you looked like, how it felt to enter as a freshman? School projects, long nights studying for exams, sports, activities, music, community service, and so much more have filled your 4 years here. Like my grandfather, it is your fighting spirit that guaranteed you would make it to graduation day. As you leave, you will bravely embark on a path that is planned. But you know what? Things could go perfectly, or God or fate, depending on your beliefs, may have other plans. And I want you to know that's okay. The important thing is to commence, which means to start. Challenges will arise. The unexpected will pop up. You will make mistakes. Plans may change many times. It will sometimes feel like you are going backward, downward, and in the complete opposite direction of what you have been working for your whole life. Here is what you can hold on to in those difficult times. Make a decision that no matter what happens, only good will come out of every experience. Choose to believe that even the most upsetting circumstances are happening for you and not to you. And accept them as if they are a gift for the opportunities they will bring you. I have recent personal experience with this. Our seniors, most of them have already heard this story, but for the benefit of our guests, 15 months ago, I could not have been here because I was serving time in a federal prison. Yeah, I know. It came as a surprise to me, too. Let's address the elephant in the room. You all want to know, what did she do? Sabotaged by my own ambition, I lost sight of some of the values my parents had instilled in me. I'll spare you the details, but in the end, I pled guilty to conspiracy involving bank fraud. It was at once the most painful and the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because I used it as an opportunity, as a gift. Instead of avoiding or struggling against my bad judgment, I used the government-imposed time to figure out how I, a good girl from a great family with a fantastic education, could have gotten to that place. This is what I found. My self-concept included believing that I am good. I stopped examining each decision to determine whether they were right or wrong. I discovered a misguided notion, which was, if I am good and I am doing it, then it must be good. I was so wrapped up in getting ahead that I lost sight of considering right from wrong, because I was so intensely focused on where I wanted to be. I look at that now and say, what was I thinking? But that's the point. I was not. I am a very different person now. I used to define myself by societal measures of success. A big house, fancy cars, a lot of money, recognition and awards, high society. Today, I no longer define value by superficial goals. As a result of these experiences, it has become my mission, and I travel the country spreading this message, the need for ethical vigilance in everything we do, to protect others from experiencing a similar fate, especially you. As Nelson Mandela once said, please do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. As you head out into the world, remember not to let your defeats defeat you. Success is achieved incrementally by falling down and getting back up over and over. When he was around your age, my father would often ride his bike with his father to spend time with him. He told me once he asked Dadaji about a story where he read about Gandhi, wrote about something shameful that he had done as a young adult. He wondered why Gandhi would write publicly about a time when he made such an obviously bad decision. My grandfather responded, the book was about truth. The point Gandhi was making by sharing this story so openly was, you always do the right thing, even if it hurts. Have you ever had that gnawing feeling? The one when you know something just isn't right. Did you find yourself saying, everyone is doing it? Or, it's just this one time? I am here to tell you, those are red flags. Do an ethical reality check. Pause. Listen. What does your gut tell you? Don't you already know the right thing to do? This story would be very different if only I had listened to my inner voice and I had held fast to the values my parents and mentors had instilled. I stand before you now passionate about sharing my grandfather's legacy and the lessons I have learned during this life-changing adventure. At the forefront of your mind, hold one sentence that will keep you honest and serve you well. Always do the right thing, no matter the consequences. What you have learned here at SLAM is a foundation for what you will accomplish moving forward. The future of our community, of our great country, depends on courageous young people like you, practicing ethical vigilance in everything they do. In a few moments, you all will have officially graduated from high school, a tremendous accomplishment. As we celebrate your launch into the world, take a moment to remember where you've come from, the messages you have heard at home, and the fighting spirit that has seen you through all the tough times and all the good times. Wherever your life takes you, be confident that what you've gained here at SLAM will always be an anchor for you. Congratulations, graduates.